Hello again, ladies and gentlemen, Saka here, and welcome back to another episode of Motorsport Manager. When we last left off, we had a really productive Phoenix. We went out with a win, which is what was to be expected, but Vittorio Corsa right there in second and fourth, so we really didn't gain or lose any points. Now we take on Doha with the medium tire wear, so mediums are going to be the name of the game, I think. Low fuel burn, so not that long on pit road to fill up the car, hopefully. Let's go ahead and look at our car. We're building the new engine in 10 days, 13 hours, and working on part reliability. There's the car repair finished. We have 3 brand new sponsors for slot 2. Let's go ahead and see what we got. So 200 grand for 10 races, 750 grand for 4. So $2 million versus, more than that. So La Paz Telecom, 4 races, there you go. We'll be getting a little bit more payout. Or was that a one-time? Oh, no fixed pay per race. So we took our upfront. Yeah. But, I mean, we'll get another sponsor in 4 races. It'll be fine. It's fine. What could go wrong? All right, car repair is finished. Let's take a look and see what we can improve on. Brakes are completely done. Engine is completely done, except for the brand new one that's coming out. Spoilers are done. Gearboxes are done. And suspension is done. We really have nothing to work on. Fascinating indeed. I mean, we can top these out until our engine is done. I mean, that's a thing. All right, that's done. All right, anything else to work on? Sure. We'll just go ahead and do these parts here. 6 and 9 days before the race, that's fine. All right, factory staff is idle, and then team payments. All right, voting on the GT Challenger Series. 20%. Oh, the bottom team's receiving 20% less prize money. Okay, so the higher place you finish, the better? I mean, that might be worth a vote. We're going to be finishing up front, I think, so we wouldn't be affected by that lower payout. And we are in the Challenger Series, hopefully making our way up to the GT Championship, so it might not even be a thing. Good job, Mia, and your win in the Ardennes. All right, cool. All right, so the politics vote for the standard, let's see, the standard merit payments, politics. So we will only spend 1 vote to vote against. Why not? All right, go ahead and skip to the end. A few people abstained. And Ernie is the tiebreaker. He is against. The vote is rejected. Maybe we should have voted for? Doesn't matter. Does not matter. All right, the engine is designed and finished. So let's work on that engine as much as we can. Turn all of these off. Focus everything you got into that engine. We need reliability. So 53 minutes before the race, it'll be at 100%. And we can try to squeeze as much as we can out of this engine. We might dial back a bit. Maybe 1 day after the race. It won't be at 100%, but it'll be good enough to use. And we can squeeze more performance out of the engine. That could be a thing that we do. All right, we'll continue. Get our factory staff working on that as much as possible. All right, since we have this break, let's see how we are doing. It's up to 469 out of 529. So already it is our next best engine for sure. All right, we will continue. Keep on working the good work. The Doha roundup. And there we go. We travel to Doha. Shouldn't be any chance of rain. Yep. Next, could you review our pit crew? They're okay, but, that's fine. All right, so I think we're ready to go. And I don't know if second or above is in the cards, but we could push it. Or we could take the safe payment of 800 grand. We've got 9 million in the bank. 2, 4, 6, 8. Do we have any sponsors coming up that will pay us in 2 races and 3? So we got to do 2 more races on our current budget. I think we can afford to possibly pick the bigger sponsor. Try to lose a little bit less money. As far as the parts are concerned, though, Falco is going to get the super... Well, I mean, Falco can keep that engine, and then Shen, look at me living in last year, Enrica can get this engine here. It's only a tick worse, but good reliability. So that should be fine. An engine improvement in between. All right, I will see you after qualifying. We are back from qualifying. Falco missed Q3 by just a tenth of a second. I was hoping to start the race on medium tires in our second, and based on our Q2 tires, which Lara did finish right in front of Falco. So we were right on the cutoff. Lara will be on her medium tires from Q2. Falco will be on a fresh set of mediums. I've got the performance 15% for the medium tires and the race trim, of course. So let's see how we do. It looks to be a one-stop race based on our tire wear. So hopefully, Lara can make these guys last a bit, and Falco should be good to go. Let's go ×2. Falco might be cutting his way up front. Decent car setup, and Falco is making short work. And Enrica is even making some moves here, looking good. Protecting that bottom. It's a very long track, but 27 long laps. The fuel can go 22, so it's definitely a one-stop race if we can get a little bit before the halfway mark, about lap 13 or so. It says the tires should last around that time as well, so we might be able to shave off a bit and take care of our engine and our tires. Now Falco can continue to push a little bit on those tires. Let's go back to a medium burn here on the fuel situation. And as long as we don't lose touch with the leaders, we should be okay. Everyone is in a pretty tight group here. I'm sure everyone is pushing. Yep, everyone is using their boosters. But as long as we are right behind these guys who will have to pit fairly soon, we can bypass them and sort of run our race and dictate what's going on. Luckily, rain will not be a factor at all. This is Doha and the desert, so we can just bide our time here. We can play the strategy that's given to us. Now, if a virtual safety car were to come out, we would pit for fresh tires for sure. Maybe do a run on softs and get to one medium stent. Not sure. We'll just play that card when we get there. 25 laps remaining, and these guys are going to chew through their soft tires from qualifying very quickly, and we're saving a bit as far as that goes. All right, looks like Falco can go back to medium. I know you're struggling to overtake, but your batteries harvest very well, so make a use of them. Looks like Falco may be looking to the inside, outside of Enrica, and indeed, Falco does get the spot for this double right-hander. Put Falco up in 8th, Enrica in 9th, and let's just sort of run our race here and see what happens. So 53% on those tires there, and these guys will have to pit soon. We'll keep Enrica out as long as possible. She might have to do a second segment on softs, sort of split the race up into 2 stops, while I think Falco can go for 3. Let's conserve these tires a bit. We're getting into the very hot and melting area, and indeed the cars in front of us are pitting. We don't really need to press the issue here. We're 7 seconds behind, 8 seconds behind. So we should pass these guys here when they decide to pit. Now, if everyone decides to pit in front of us together, that would be ideal. But Partsinen and Kaluza are really burning through their tires. I imagine they will do a segment on softs. So the question is, can they run their segment on softs much more than we can on our remaining mediums? So that is the question. Lara pushed way out wide there. Don't like the look of that, but Falco can sort of run his own race and dictate the pace here. Kellier is on chewed up soft tires, and Lara is holding her own amongst these mediums. But do I want to push Lara for a few laps and have her do a middle segment on softs? I think I do. So let's have her really push. That will put her sort of off sequence with Falco. She'll be pitting 2 or 3 laps before Falco, but if we can do a very fast second segment on softs, that would be ideal. So Lara, go ahead and push everything you got. We won't burn the engine because that's less time we have to spend fueling the car, the more fuel we can keep in it. And possibly let's go around, not this time by, but next. But Enrica's just giving up the spots, letting people by. They are on fresher tires for sure. We're all on mediums here, but they seem to have more boost than Enrica wants to use. And Falco is just out front, sort of outpacing. Now these soft tires are really getting chewed up, and I think we can hold on. If they have to make another pit stop, that would be detrimental for sure. All right, Enrica, go ahead this lap and do a high fuel burn, and then pit next time by. We'll put softs on her. 10 to 12 laps, because the mediums will not last. We'll put in 1 extra lap of fuel. We don't have to worry about that, and a nice balanced pit stop if you please. So Enrica will be all set. We'll watch her tire wear as she goes around the track here. She's really pushing hard here, and I don't think she's going to be able to make up any spots. I mean, she's right there on Junot's back bumper. But you know what? Now you've actually caught yourself on the wrong side of the racing line there. Let's just do a neutral and a medium, get back to pit road here for Enrica. She'll make her pit stop, and then we'll have her really come out of the pit swinging as much as she can. And we'll see if we can make up any ground here. So Enrica down on pit road. Hope for a mistake-free pit stop. Fuel up, if you please, down and away. And let's just do a medium fuel burn and really push the tires. Let's attack as much as we can. Well, let's just push as much as we can. We don't want to attack yet until we're sure we can get back into medium tire territory. So probably with 10 laps to go, I would say. So I don't know if the softs can last that long. The further we can push these soft tires, though, the better. She'll be making up some ground here, I feel. But Falco can actually start pushing these tires just a little bit more. Let's go to a neutral. Stay out a little bit more. And see if we can really outpace these guys. It looks like Partanet, Blasi, Salainen are all on our particular pit strategy as far as making these medium tires last for a good amount. So we'll just ride. Our tire wear is actually better than Pernit, and he will be pitting this time. So this will put us with 17 laps to go, and I don't think our medium tires can go 17 laps. We were able only to go to 10 or 11, so it looks like Falco may indeed have a second stop where he will be burning through soft tires as well. All right, let's just do neutral on Enrica for now. Try to save those tires as much as we can. She hasn't really climbed out of the basement, though, unfortunately. She's making up some spots off pit road, and they've changed to medium tires. So Enrica needs to run some really fast laps here on those softs. We still have excess fuel, which is good. We can keep that in the tank and burn through if we need. All right, Falco, you're going to do 12 laps, and that is not going to be enough. So do we do a second stint on mediums and then finish on softs? I think we may. All right, this lap, Falco, just go ahead and overtake and attack. Get everything that you can. Pit this time for your mediums. And we will definitely fill up to 1 lap to the good. A 12-second pit stop for Falco should be fine. Go ahead and pit. We're going to get everything we can out of these medium tires. And Enrica needs to run a few more laps. We're at 16 laps to go now. I think she's getting within her medium tire window in a few more laps. So she needs to hold on as much as she can, and she'll make her last pit stop of the race. We've got an 8-second gap to Salainen, and I believe he may be pitting this time. So keep on going, Falco. You're doing great, grand, and wonderful. Let's go back to medium fuel burn before the pit stop and a push. And we should be good to go. Down on pit road, jack is up, tires are on. A little bit of fuel and down and away. So now it'll be a 4-tire change for Falco to complete the race, I believe, and we come out in 6th. So not bad. These cars in front of us are going to have more chewed up tires. Looks like Falco is getting a twofer. That's what I'm talking about, Falco. That is what I'm talking about indeed. So it looks like Enrica can go a few more laps here. We'll have her go around one more time and really push on that last lap on these soft tires to try to get as much as she can out of it. We have a little bit under a half a lap to go here. So let's go ahead and start making the use of it. Let's just do a high and high. And then coming around to the last lap, attack full bore. And then we will have you pit for hopefully your last set of mediums. All right, fuel. We're to the good. Just a 3-second pit stop. And a matter of fact, we'll take that extra second and be safe. Really no chance of failing there. Now, Falco is clicking off some of his fastest laps of the race. And if we are going to do one extra stop, we can afford to push these medium tires a little bit more. Because I don't think we can do 14 laps on them. So the faster we can push these tires, the better. We're running that 15% bonus performance to medium tires. And in fact, we may just put on a set of mediums at the end and hope that that 15% makes up the difference. But I mean, soft tire grip is, you know, the name of the game. So here comes Enrica down pit road. She should be down and away. A nice easy pit stop, down and away. And we're just going to do a push and a high. Should be fine. So we do have excess fuel. The park condition should be fine. And we'll just sort of nurse these tires back. As soon as we see that temperature come up, we'll just do a neutral run here. So Falco is chasing some guys that need to pit this time, which is fine. We're at 14 laps of fuel to the good. So we have a little bit of an excess. We don't need to push the engine just yet. We're going to save some fuel. Looks like the 2 cars are on pit road, and we're just going to scream right on by. And we'll keep that high. We're within 12 laps to go. And I don't think our tires can last that long. So let's just finish the race and attack everything we got. As soon as these tires start to fall off, we'll make our last pit stop for those soft tires, and we should be able to finish the race on those. We should be catching Partanen. Tanaka's down here. Where is Kaluza? Kaluza's in the back on her soft tires. All right, Enrica, go ahead and roll back as much as you can, please. So 12 laps to go on these tires for her. I'm not sure if she can stretch it, if I'm honest. Let's conserve the tires a bit and see what we got. She should make up some spots from the pitters. And yeah, Falco is just setting sail here. As much as he can get a gap on Partanen, the better. And I don't know if Partanen can actually go the rest of the way on those soft tires. It's going to be iffy. But we're within 10 laps to go, definitely within soft tire range. And we'll keep on going as much as we can. We have a 12-lap cushion, so still really good on fuel. Yeah, Falco just needs to keep a nice solid pace going as much as he can out of this. Come around to 10 laps, 11 laps to go. And if he can go around just a few more times, we will guarantee we are within soft tire range. Matter of fact, let's just do a neutral run here. See if we can squeeze an extra lap out of these. Because with the tire wear being as bad as it is, and Partanen is going to be trying to burn up everything he can, it should be fine. So 12 laps in the tank, 74% with 11 laps to go. So as long as we don't burn more than 7% a lap, we should be fine. If any of these guys pit, Enrica is in the catbird seat to attack. And then here we go. Let's do a high and an attack on Falco. Coming to 10 laps to go, it'll be 9 to go. I mean, it's a 15% performance increase, and we could just burn them off. I think that would pay more dividends in the long run, but, I mean, soft tires is where it's at. So we'll do soft tires. We'll do the nice, safe pit stop. Hopefully Falco can get everything he can out of this set of tires. We're sort of within the danger zone, and I don't know if those tires are going to last for Partanen. But we're going to push as much as we can and hope, because Partanen is back here, we should be on and off pit road quick enough. So 13% on the tires. We want to get everything we can out of them. Falco is actually running pretty fast. I mean, got to hand it to him. He is getting everything he can out of them. Enrique is still holding a nice, steady wheel here. And there we go. Come down pit road. Jack is up. Tires are changed. Down and away. And I think we can just do a push and a medium. And there we come out in second. So we made the split. Tanaka is in front of us, but those medium tires will not last. We should chew into them pretty well. So we should be within the range of our sponsor bonus for sure. And I don't think Falco even really needs to push those soft tires much. We're going to hold out pretty well. Kaluza may even need to make an extra pit stop here. So I'm liking where we're sitting. Excess fuel here, 9 laps to go. How's the park condition looking? It's okay. I think we can stay at a moderate burn there. And we have excess fuel in Falco as well. 8 laps to go, right on the leader's tail. And Tanaka will have to pit. And that's going to take a big chunk out of the points lead for sure. So as long as Falco can keep up this pressure, we should be fine. As a matter of fact, I think we could even conserve the tires just a bit. Be nice and easy on them. Indeed, the leader is pitting. And I imagine Partanen won't be too far behind. Our soft tires are much better. Blasi will have to pit. Kaluza, Naito, Giuliani will have to pit. Things are looking good here. And I think I want Lara to continue to conserve. She'll make up all of those spots on pit road, essentially. Now, this makes me wish that I picked Falco's soft tires wear more slowly perk, but I think in conservation mode, we should be okay. I don't think Partanen can actually do anything to us. So, 6 laps to go, 49%. I'm going to need to watch that very closely, because if we have to pit again, we are going to be a little shafted. That is for sure. Or do I push everything now and split this run halfway? I think we do. I mean, looking at Tanaka and looking at... Let's see, where are we? Palooza? No. I mean, it's a tough call, but I don't think we can actually make 6 laps on 42%. No, it looks like it's churning through way too quick. Let's just have Lara burn as much as she can. In fact, pit this time so she can make up as much as she can. Soft tires. We're not adding any fuel. It'll be a 3-second pit stop. Do we risk a fast? It'll save an extra second. That may get us an undercut. So we are going to do what we can with Lara. And with those soft tires, we're going to tell her to burn like crazy. She should be on and off pit road here in the middle. And if Tanaka burns off all of his tires, we should be in the catbird seat. 5 laps to go, 63% on the tires. Falco is definitely not pitting. Lara is down and away, and we are going to tell her to push everything she's got out of it. So she comes out in 6th with the undercut. So not bad, and she is just going to go for broke. She's got fresh tires there that she has to get around, which she should be able to do. And she's got Blasi here that she has to get around. But we are just going to have her in go for broke mode. Use up all of these soft tires as much as she can. So Naito will be a challenge. Naito is on our strategy. Partonet, I don't believe is. And then Tanaka may need to pit again. So that's sort of where we're sitting now. We have an 11-second gap on Falco, and I think we made the right call with not coming down pit road. We have quite the lead. We have plenty of fuel in reserve. We're not even really going for broke here. We're just on a standard drive, but Lara is going to do the work here. See if she can catch Naito and see if she can catch Partonet. Matter of fact, we have 4 laps in the tank. Let's just do a hard overtake. These last 3 laps, the car should be able to take it. We need to get everything we can out of her. Every point is sacred, especially if she can undercut, maybe beat someone coming off pit road. That would be ideal. All right, Lara, it is all you. Push everything you got. We've got the slow car of Partonet in front of Naito. That may slow him down. That may give us a twofer. That would be ideal. All right, Falco. It looks like you may be able to push neutral just a bit. But we will continue to watch Enrica. Third is feeling clunky. We'll get around Naito, and then I'll turn you back down. If you actually made a reasonable pass, I would do that for you. But you're on the outside lane there, Enrica. Gearbox is starting to suffer, but we're going for broke. Put a bumper to him, Enrica. She's boosting to the outside. That isn't going to help anyone, and we need to start conserving fuel. Well, we tried to make a pass to no avail. Falco will be coming to 1 lap to go. So let's go ahead and attack on these tires. Everything you got there, Falco, you'll be fine. Now, as a matter of fact, that will probably screw it up. Just go neutral. And we'll watch Enrica. She is going to be on her last lap. And Naito was able to conserve his tires a lot. Unfortunately. We have excess fuel. Let's go into overtake mode. And the last part of the lap, I'll turn her up. But we want to make sure that we can finish the race. So there's Tanaka. We are actually beating Kaluza. We cannot afford for Kaluza to pass Lara. But these soft tires are indeed getting chewed up for sure. And it looks like Kaluza is going to be on fresh tires. 9%. Looks like Lara tried to cut right there. Falco with the win. Just push everything you got here, Lara. We'll keep Tanaka or Kaluza 1 point behind us. And that's the kind of day we needed, really. So Tanaka second, and then we're 6 and 7. So overall, the Constructors' Championship isn't going to change much, but the Drivers' Championship is going to take a big swing with Falco winning the race and Kaluza finishing in 7th. So really happy about that. Really happy we were able to get the performance out of it. Happy we were able to do all of that such. And indeed, Falco made 1 less pit stop than everybody. We had the field covered. In a perfect world, those cars up there would have cheated. Lost some spots. Well, Partonen got the fastest lap bonus and Yang Li got the pole. So no bonus points for Kaluza. Ha 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 ha. So now we are 5 points ahead of Kaluza. And Enrica, solid, in 5th. And we're 5 points behind in Constructors. 8 of 11 rounds. 3 races to go. It can be done. It can definitely be done. Feeling really good about that for sure. I think that strategy really paid off, pitting 1 less time, because you think about the time you spend coming on and off pit road, although that track does have a massive undercut on pit road exit. But morale should be through the roof. Hey, Falco, why you know? You won the race, man. Of course, Enrica's feeling great. We finished first. We lost $2 million, but we got the bonus for our sponsor objective. So feeling really good there. And it looks like our next race is China. So hopefully there will not be any rain in the forecast. Looks like practice is rainy, but everything else may be good. Again, it's a medium tire wear track, so medium tires are going to be the name of the game. And pit crew seems to be fine. Our pit crew guys here are recovering, and I think we'll roll with this road crew again. So I don't think we need to hire any of them unless they are outstanding. Not too awful much. We'll save the moolah. All right, car condition. Interview. Which of your drivers is better? Oh, how do you feel? Aldo Falco. So I guess he's capped at 95 morale for some reason. Pit crew review, and Falco wins. But that's going to do it for me in this episode. Ladies and gentlemen, 3 races to go this season, and Falco is leading that driver's championship. We need another race out of Kaluza like that she just had. I mean, look at these stats. Let's scout her. Let's see if we might be able to sign her. I mean, she would be really good if we are the relegated team and we come up, that may be the driver to watch. But that's going to do it for me in this episode. Ladies and gentlemen, like, share, and subscribe if you are so bold. Thank you so much for tuning in, and I will see you in the next Motorsport Manager video. Take care.